So this is Euro Pound analysis for Monday, the 16th of April. Now, let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So, previous year on the Euro Pound, we came in towards a 200 period average, had a brief consolidation. We did see this breakdown beneath this 87 level, traded all the way down towards this major level of the 86.63, traded below that level, came back up for a test, broke down from this 86.63 all the way down towards our 86.30, and again we've come back up for a test of this 86.63, and we're having a brief pullback before we look poised for another test. Now, if we were to see another rejection from this 86.63, the very next level that we are looking at here to the downside would be, if we do break down from 86.63, we're looking for price head down towards our 86 level, very strong major horizontal level marked out here in red. And if we do break from there, ultimately we're looking for price head down towards our 85.13 while being aware of that 85.50, which could potentially act as a 85.50 could potentially act as an area if we see bullish buy side momentum return to the market before we head down towards our 85.13. Now, there remains a possibility, I wouldn't say I would trade below 85.13 here on Monday, the 16th of April. And if we were to see a successful break of the break and hold of the 86.63, we would then look at the price head up towards our 87 level. Now, in around 87, we do have the 200 period moving average sitting pretty close by, thus increasing the likelihood of seeing sell side momentum come into the market from 87, which previously acted as support, approaching from below, potentially acting as resistance, and see prices head back down towards our 86.63. From the area where we do have a bit of a confluence of the 87 horizontal level as well as the 200 period moving average, thus increasing likelihood of seeing that sell side momentum. If we do break and hold above that level, we would have to be aware of the 400 period moving average sitting in around that 87.30, and successful break from which we're looking for price head up towards that 87.50 level. Now, one thing I've noticed here on this chart on Euro Pound, there is a potential to see a bit of a reversal here. We have a potential inverted head and shoulders. So we've had the prices come down, formed a bit of a shoulder there, a bit of a head. And if we do see a successful break and hold of 86.63, we'll then have a shoulder over here as well. So we've got a shoulder, head, shoulder, potential inverted head and shoulders. We could see prices, if we do see this reversal pattern play itself out, could see price head up towards our 87 level, which I've mentioned before, and also that 87.50 what I mentioned dynamic levels of potential resistance. Now, beyond 87.50, I want to anticipate price head up towards our 87.83. So let's just have a look at the higher time frames. We head over to the monthly chart first on the Euro Pound, and over on this monthly chart, we're seeing a bit of a breakdown after having price come up, formed these bit of a highs. We're in this consolidation for a very long time. We're now seeing a bit of a breakdown, so there remains a possibility of seeing a further sell side momentum. Our most recent, the swing lows that we do have here marked on the charts are in around that 83 level, pretty much just down this area. So if we do see that momentum follow through to the downside, 83 would be a level that we would be focusing on the higher time frames. We'll have a brief look here at the weekly chart, see how prices are developing here. And again, after having this move to the upside, posting a series of higher lows, price construction squeeze, break, retested the old highs, found sell side momentum, had this pretty consolidation for this very long time here. We are seeing this breakdown from this consolidative range that we were in. We're seeing a breakdown from this consolidative range. And we'll see if prices do progress all the way down towards that 83 level here on the Euro Pound. And we'll have a brief look at the daily chart to see how prices are developing. On the daily chart, it's a similar scenario really. We've had this sharp move to the downside, brief consolidation upwards, a bit of a recovery. And had a bit of a recovery. But we've seen that sell side momentum come back into the market, coming all the way down towards that potential key level in around that 86.63. So we'll see whether we do get a bit of bullish bounce, a bit of a recovery before seeing that continuation here to the downside on the Euro Pound. With that said, that wraps up the Euro Pound analysis. Thanks for watching.